Hey everyone, welcome to the Growth Zone, the podcast that helps you grow smarter, stronger, and sharper every day. I'm George, here with Kate.
Hi there. Today we're diving into something we all struggle with, focus. But here's the thing, it's not your fault if you feel scatterbrained, and we're going to tell you why. So if you've ever felt guilty about procrastinating or not being productive enough, stay with us. This episode is for you.
Let's be honest. How many of us feel terrible when we can't focus? Imagine this. Sarah, a 28-year-old marketing manager, sits down to tackle her to-do list. She tries to concentrate, but her mind keeps wandering. She ends the day feeling like she's failed, even though she worked hard. Sound familiar?
Oh, absolutely. And here's the truth. We're not wired to focus for hours at a time. Our modern lives, full of constant notifications, deadlines, and multitasking, overload our brains. It's completely normal to struggle with focus in this environment.
The guilt comes from believing we should be able to focus perfectly all the time. But here's the key. Guilt doesn't fix the problem. Understanding why you're struggling does.
Let's break it down. When we feel guilty about losing focus, it adds another layer of stress. This stress triggers cortisol, a hormone that actually makes it harder to focus. It's a vicious cycle.
Exactly. For example, take Mark, a 30-year-old software developer. He felt guilty every time he got distracted, which made him work longer hours to make up for it. But the longer he worked, the less focused he became, and the guilt kept piling up.
Mark's guilt was his brain's way of saying, "Hey, I'm overloaded." But instead of listening, he kept pushing.
So how do we break free from this guilt spiral? The first step is to realize that losing focus doesn't mean you're lazy or undisciplined. It means your brain needs a reset.
Here's a simple mindset shift. Treat focus like a muscle. Just like your legs get tired after a run, your brain gets tired after intense focus. Rest isn't a sign of weakness, it's part of the process. Let's talk about something sneaky that makes focus even harder: sugar. Picture Anne, a 34-year-old teacher. She's grading papers late at night and reaches for cookies and soda to stay awake. But soon after, she feels exhausted and foggy. Why?
When we consume sugar, our blood sugar spikes and crashes. This roller coaster doesn't just zap our energy. It also affects our brain's ability to regulate attention.
And here's the surprising part. Guilt often makes us reach for more sugar. Think about it. When you're stressed or frustrated, sugary snacks feel comforting, but they just fuel the cycle.
So what's the fix? Start by adding protein and healthy fats to your snacks. For example, swap that soda and cookie for Greek yogurt with berries or a handful of nuts. These foods keep your blood sugar stable and your brain sharp.
And if you're craving something sweet, try dark chocolate. It satisfies the craving but has less sugar and even some brain-boosting antioxidants. Let's move to the big one. Why do we all feel so distracted? The answer is modern life. Take Ryan, a 35-year-old financial analyst. He spends his day reacting to emails, Slack messages, and Instagram notifications. By the end of the day, he's exhausted but feels like he got nothing done.
This constant bombardment trains your brain to seek quick hits of dopamine from distractions. It's not that you're bad at focusing, it's that your environment is working against you.
So start by setting boundaries with your technology. For example, Ryan turned off all non-essential notifications on his phone. He also started using a focus app like Forest to stay off social media during work hours.
Another great tip: create distraction-free zones. For instance, Ryan turns his desk into a phone-free space and only checks his phone during breaks. It's a simple change, but it made a huge difference. And here's a curveball. Sometimes the best way to focus is to do nothing.
Sounds strange, right? But here's the science. When you let your mind wander, like during a walk or while staring out the window, you activate your brain's default mode network. This network helps you process ideas, solve problems, and even boost creativity.
For example, Anne started scheduling 15 minutes of mindlessness every afternoon. She'd go for a walk without her phone or simply sit quietly. This gave her brain a chance to recharge, and her focus improved dramatically.
Lastly, let's talk about movement. Sitting for hours isn't just bad for your body, it's bad for your brain.
Take Alex, a 29-year-old writer. He felt sluggish every afternoon until he added a quick 5-minute stretch break every hour.
It worked because movement increases blood flow to the brain, delivering oxygen and nutrients that sharpen focus. If stretching isn't your thing, try a 10-minute walk or even a quick dance break. So here's the takeaway. Struggling with focus isn't a personal failure. It's a sign that your brain needs support. Let go of the guilt and start working with your brain, not against it.
Whether it's cutting back on sugar, embracing boredom, setting tech boundaries, or scheduling movement, small changes can lead to big results. If you enjoyed this episode, share it with someone who's struggling to focus. And don't forget to subscribe to The Growth Zone for more super useful micro habits.
Thanks for tuning in to The Growth Zone. Remember, focus isn't about being perfect, it's about finding what works for you. Until next time, keep growing and stay inspired.